Hello everyone, welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and today we're going to be working with one of these cool little guys right here. Why do I twist my arms around like this? So this is a VGA output for your compact Macintosh. You can get these on jcm-1.com. These were designed by Ron from Ron's Computer Videos. You can see his face here. And they're 40 bucks, and it's a pretty cool mod to do on one of these considering some of the options that are out there. So let's get right started on this mess and show you what we're doing. So here we got some Ethernet cable. It's my favorite sort of sacrificial cable. We got the little adapter, so here's a little zoom in on the adapter. Hey Ron, there's Ron. Hello Ron. And you can see basically we got H-Sync, V-Sync, composite, and some grounds, and we got some input there. It should be a 5-volt input, and so basically we're going to use this little header here. There is an option to do this thing, but we can skip that. I think we're just going to use this little header guy, and we're going to do this to this Macintosh Plus that I owe Eric from Eric's Edge. That was my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. That this thing caused me a bunch of issues, but it's finally at the last stage. I figured since we're so late on this thing, that let's just do one more mod before we send it out. All right, so here's all the stuff. The Big Bench is a mess. If we have time, we're going to work on this power supply right here for Tech Ambrosia. This little guy, as you can see, had 5 freaking Rifas in it. Also, I just wanted to check in about the stream that I did on, what day was that? Thursday, that PowerBook 540C. So yeah, Macintosh Plus, you can be a rack. Actually, this looks pretty good right now. If you check the social medias, this thing, I put it in the ultrasonic bath with some dilute vinegar, and it turned black. The reason I had to do that, I don't know if you can kind of see, look at how etched that is. There was about like 3/32 of an inch of junk that was built up there from the leaky battery. You can see the remnants of the corrosion. But overall, it looks pretty good. This was black when it came out of the ultrasonic bath. There was bubbles coming up out of it. I thought this was aluminum, but given the behavior, I have a feeling that this is zinc-coated magnesium. And so that was kind of exciting. So that was that. The hard drive bracket was kind of a mess, but that cleaned up pretty well. And the logic board and this thing, the bottom case, was very corroded and had this cool swirly pattern. This did not change at all after a little soak in vinegar. This thing cleaned up pretty well, this bottom EMI shield thing. So that looks pretty good. Oh, and we just dropped a DVD decoder card. Here's the logic board. You can see the remnants of the battery juice. You can see that there's some vias. These were the solder mask had bubbled up around it. And overall, it doesn't look too bad. Oh, we lost a chip. Okay, there used to be a chip here. That chip is gone. Okay, that's kind of funny. I didn't notice that before. So it's way better than it was. I'll post some before and after pictures on social media, but this looks way better and actually might be okay to try to power on compared to what we were looking at when we started on Thursday. This was pretty gross. Over here there was a lot of mess. It actually kind of looks like, I don't know how well it's going to show up there. It kind of looks like the battery juice ate away the solder from this connection, these set of connections, which is kind of wild. So yeah, whatever. So that's that. I think it'll be okay. We'll try to power it on. I'll try to go to Dave's stream tomorrow and work on that thing. But here, we got to get back to this. Oh, I got to say hi to folks in the chat. I still haven't said hi to folks in the chat. We got Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Francois Raval, Bacchus, All Things DG, Chris Angelis, Jack68K, Vic the Vicar, and Gut Bomb is here. Trina's Technobabble is here. Hello, everyone. If I've missed you so far, say hi again. I'll get you. Okay, yeah. Also, since Gutbaum is here, he designed this little guy right here, which goes in place of the battery holder on these compacts, the 512, 128, or Plus. Goes in place of the battery holder, and it's gonna hold our VGA connector. How sexy is that? That is gonna be cool. So you can pop open the little battery holder and get your little VGA connector. There's also in here CR2032 holder. Super cool. So this is a very fun little device. So let's get on with this. So what we have here is the main connection between the analog board and the logic board. And what I've done so far is I stripped away some of the wire here, exposed, or the shielding, or the what's it called, the sheath on the wire. And these wires, if we look here, there. So you can find this. I search online for plus analog.pdf, and it'll come up. It's on vintageapple.org, and this is a document, classic Miss Tech info, or classic Mac Tech info, and that shows you the pinouts for our connectors here. Excuse me. So our first ones are composite video, H-sync, then there's sound, then there's V-sync, then there's 5-volt, then there's ground. Okay, so what you can see here that I've done here is I've stripped out the H-sync, V-sync, and ground. I left this one so I can show you how I do this. Basically, is we just sort of take a wire. You want to go really gentle with this because you don't want to cut the wire, you just want to cut the shielding off. Why can't I think of what the word for the coating on the wire is called? Oh man, it sucks getting old. Okay. Insulation, thank you, Gutbaum. Jeez, man, what is wrong with my brain? Yeah, Facecam is working again today. I'm not sure how long. I think it's gonna die in a minute. But whatever. You can see me while you can. Francois Orval says, just missing a SD extender slot. Yeah, that is one thing that would be cool to add to that. One of the problems, though, is I haven't had a ton of luck with the SD extender slots in compact Macs. They always seem to introduce noise or something, and they just don't work for me. So I tend to avoid them. This Macintosh Plus has been modded quite extensively, as we'll see here in a little bit. Okay, so there you can see that's how I get that insulation off of there. So what we're going to do now, let's go under the microscope. So we're going to pull out these wires and do it one by one, just because I apparently am having half of a brain today. Let's turn on some electric. Okay, so there you can see that. Somewhere around here should be a tweezer. So we're just gonna poke that down in there. Come on. And that should allow us to get that wire out of there. Good. Okay. So now we've got our Ethernet cable. Since our first one here is orange, I'll use that one for orange, and that one's white, so I'll use that. We're going to use some solder a soldering iron that's probably too big for this project, but it's pretty cold in my workshop, so I need as much heat today as I can get. Okay, so we tin that one up. Just gonna get that on there. Just do a little solder guy on there. There we go. That's nice and secured. And now what we're going to do is slide over a piece of heat shrink tubing. Hey, Tech Ambrosia's here, and also I missed Pseudo Memes. Hello, Pseudo Memes. Welcome back. Okay, so there you go. And now we'll use. Let's unplug our space heater. Let's remember to unplug our space heater today, and we'll use our hot air station. There we go. There's that one. Okay, one of these is done. Put these in. While I have this out, I'm actually gonna just wedge that little thing open just a skosh, just to reinforce that we don't want that coming back out. There we go. We're back in there. Exactly, Jack68K. We don't want a repeat of what happened last week. Sorry again about that, folks, and I appreciate you all hanging out while I rebooted the electricity here in my workshop at the BigBadBench. That was fun. Hey, I803866X is here. Dave says that he's disappointed that there's no blue tape. Yeah, you know, sometimes we try to do things professionally here at the BigBadBench. Sometimes. I can't guarantee that we always are professionals. Sometimes we try to make it look like we know what we're doing. And I shut off that soldering iron. Sorry, 1 second. Hey. Steve posted a short this morning about all of the Power Mac G4s that he has. I was expecting my count to be almost as high as his, but he wins. He wins. So yeah, good job, Steve. Okay, so far all we've done is we've soldered one wire onto that. That one should be our composite video signal. There we go, our soldering wiring's back on. Gonna do our next one. I think this one, according to that document, is our horizontal sync. Oh, I missed. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, that's ugly. Oh, that's ugly solder. Oh, geez. That is not nice, happy solder, shiny solder joints here. Sometimes we F up. There we go. Now we have a nice, shiny solder joint. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Okay. We need another piece of heat shrink tubing. And, you know, yours can have dog hair on it if you want, you know, if that's your thing. You can skip the dog hair. That's purely optional. Shrink it up. Oh, we are looking so professional here. Again, this would probably go a little faster if you pulled all the wires out, but I'm kind of paranoid. So I'm just going to do one at a time. We're gonna take our time. Is anyone in a rush today? Does anyone have anything going on? Yeah, we are going. Okay. Get this green one out. Poke that down in there. I mean, Steve's got a lot on his plate. It could take hours to count all of his Power Mac G4s. Okay. 23 people watching. Awesome. Well, thank you all for being here. Hit the like button if you wouldn't mind. That would be super. If you don't like that, hit the unlike button. Hit it so many times that you can't remember. Just keep hitting it. Tell them how much you dislike this. Oh, that's good. That's a nice shiny solder joint. Vic the Vicar was asking me about something from that was posted on a vintage Apple group. I forget which group it was specifically. I messaged the guy. I might be doing some work for him. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Nothing guaranteed yet. I'm sure someone offered him a bunch of money, and we'll see. All right. There. Speaking of a bunch of money, I got to give a shout out to the community here. You all are freaking awesome. If you all ever didn't already know that, if I don't say that enough, you all are freaking awesome. So this week I posted that I was doing a fundraiser match thing for the Trevor Project, which does mental health stuff for LGBTQ folks. And I said that however much was donated by the end of today's stream, I would match up to $500. And that goal was hit within a day. Totally unreal. And so I did my donation, and so far we're at like $1,120 or something like that. Insane. Totally awesome. I can't thank you all enough for your support. So yeah, that's freaking awesome. Hey, Mr. Tech Gadget, how's it going? Can you explain why we keep looking for new machines? I'd like to explain it to my shrink better. No, Steve. No, I don't keep looking for more machines. They keep finding me. I like to say it's not my fault. Hello, RetroTech Tom. So far we haven't made, we're just doing some basic soldering, getting our 4 wires connected. So to do this mod, we need our H-Sync, our V-Sync, our composite video, and our ground. And so that's what we're doing here. I think this one is our ground wire. Come on, one more little wire. Here we go. There we go. Not as shiny as I'd like, but for the temperature inside my workshop right now, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Hey, it's Ron from Ron's Computer Videos. He says it way better than I say it. Alright, so we are on our fourth wire here. He's probably going to tell me that I'm doing this totally wrong. It's okay. There are theoretically different ways to go about installing these. You could solder it directly to the analog board. That's what I was thinking of doing originally, but here we are. We're doing it this way. Okay, so there's our 4 wires. Again, we're gonna, since we have this out, we're just gonna lift that up just a skosh. Encourage that to go like that. All right, so there we are. We're all wired up. And I think what I'm gonna do is put on that, I cut off these 2 zip ties. Let me put a couple zip ties back on there. One moment, please. Oh, okay. Come on, zip ties. Where are you? Gotta go get my bag of zip ties. Rummaging for zip ties. It's okay. This is what you're all here for. Looking at ferrite beads, listening to me to rummage around my workshop. That's great. Great content, John. Okay. So we're going to do that. And I think we're just going to do one holding that on. We'll do this. Put another one on here. Actually, zip tie ASMR. Let's go back to here. We don't need the microscope for that one. Get out of here, microscope. My brain will itch if I don't have all of the zip ties oriented the same way. Hello, CDI. Oh yeah, I should have done the zip while I was close to the microphone. So we are installing a VGA output device on Macintosh Plus. Okay, actually one thing we should do before we continue on here is actually confirm that our Plus works. I haven't powered this on in a couple weeks. You always just want to make sure your machine works before you futz with it. So let's make sure it works before we futz with it. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's why we check things. There we go. We got a futzed up. Steve says, I like how there's a discarded Astec power supply on the PSU. That is on purpose. That is, look at that. It's angry now. That's why you check things. Okay, whatever. Let's, that means that we are okay. Let's unplug some stuff. Let's see here. So that is not a discarded Astec power supply there, Steve. That is Tech Ambrosia's Astec power supply. And you can correct me, Tech Ambrosia. I think this one is from your Quadra 700, if I'm correct. Hey, Charlie's computer. Let's see here. That's the kind of thing you're supposed to check before streams, just in case anyone's wondering about how to YouTube. Check to make sure your computers work in advance. Okay. It's okay. It's working now. Whatever. Let's see. Is this actually on? Yep. Ooh. Doop, doop, doop. There it is. And theoretically, this should kick back on in a moment. There it goes. Okay. So it's theoretically okay. Don't know why it was bugging there for a second. Let's put it back in the chassis. Maybe the chassis makes it angry. It is a little bit fiddling to do this guy. This is, oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong camera angle. One moment. Okay, so this Plus logic board has been modified with my internal SCSI mod. Could just be too freaking cold in here. Need the capacitors to warm up. There are 2 capacitors that I still need to replace on the analog board. So, whatever. Jack68K says, is the blue SCSI just sitting on the metal floppy carrier? So you can see it's kind of at an angle here. Let's go to this real quick. Okay, good. All right. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Let's go back to here. So what I did on this one is I put a couple of standoffs at the back edge of the floppy carrier because there's like that rubber thing inside there, so I didn't want to screw through it, and that's why it's on an angle, because that's where the 2 screws are on the blue SCSI. So it looks a little janky, but that's the BigBadBench. The other thing that's kind of janky about this system, or not janky, but awesome, is that I drilled through the analog board to connect 5 volt and 12 volt wires. So I have a Molex and a Berg connector in here. And so those all go through the analog board and solder onto the back of it. And then that's the 5 volts actually powering a fan inside here. So that's my setup here. So yes, it's a combination of fancy and janky. Okay, so now what I want to do is let's unplug this so that it's a little less likely that I'll shock myself. Now that we know our plus is working. Okay. That's a good thing to do to break your CRT neck. In case you want to know how to break your CRT neck. Plug this one in. This is the one that we've soldered to. Necking the CRT as a stream ender. Luckily we have enough pluses here that if I screw this up bad enough, we can just get another plus. So what I want to do here is I just kind of want to see how much space we're going to need, because this is all going to be mounted right up around here. So I just don't want to have too much extra wire, and I think I would kind of want to avoid the flyback. So we're going to come down here. Let's go to about there. I think this will do it for us. Okay. Hey, Garth Beagle's here. Yeah, so I don't know if anyone remembers, but we actually did neck a CRT. I don't remember how long ago, but we did it on stream, and it sucked. It sucked a lot. And actually, I didn't mean for that to be a pun, but it actually really was awful. What was it on a Classic 2? Come on, fingernails. There we go. Just pulling off this, it seemed like there was something that broke on one of the pins. And so it just made a really long, extended hiss. I didn't even know if I broke it until I wound up recapping everything and powered it on, and yep, I necked it. It made a really awful noise. You can go and hear that noise. I made a short showing what happens. That was something. My hands are too cold to actually strip these wires properly. There we go. Give it a little more extra force. There's all our wires. Oh, now we're all plugged in. I forget what the order was. Let's see here. Let's zoom in a little. Let's see if we can make this a little bit clearer. Anyone happen to know which 99 anthology contains 6-671 in Norwegian? Sorry, Bacchus. I don't know. I haven't been up to date on my Norwegian. Mac OS revisions and where they're stored. I always seem to find different things like that on WinWorld PC. Like, they seem to always have all the different versions of languages on there. Okay, so we're just going to tin all these. Theoretically, you don't need to tin these because we're just going to screw these into the little terminal bits. But I like to do it just to keep the wires nice and neat. Like I say, we're not totally professional, but we try to make things look kind of nice, right? Where did my snippers go? Oh, right, I was using them to hold things. What's going on, JVHS? Okay, there's that, that. All right, so now we need a little screwdriver. Okay, yep, that'll do it. So this right here is Gutbomb's 3D printed dealie, yeah, and so this is for the VGA. Have you released this yet, Gutbomb, publicly? All right, so what is our first one again? Our first one is our composite video signal. So that one is our orange stripe, and that one should go there. Okay, so Gutbomb's just waiting on feedback from the beta testers. What did they say? Orange, white. That guy in there. Get in there, wire. There we go. Now we're in. Okay, and then our next one was our second wire, and that one is our horizontal sync. And that one is right next to it. Oh, how convenient. Okay, that's those two. Our next one is green, and that one is our vertical sync. And that one goes there. Our last one should be our ground, and that one's our ground. Okay, one other little thing, you got to power up these devices, and since I already have a Berg connector here, what I did was just, I did a little 2-pin header onto a whatchamadoodle, a little 4-pin header on a Berg connector. That's our 5-volt. So we're gonna go to there, and we're gonna make sure that our plus is connected to red. All right, that should theoretically do it. So let's see what happens here. Let's connect up some video. Okay. Let's connect up some electricity. All right, taking bets. Are we gonna make fire? Or are we gonna make video? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Three, two, one. We got our Raspberry Pi light came on and off, and it's back on. And our III DIY cam is on. And our TV is on. You can't really see it yet. There we go. Where's III DIY cam? Let's go back to here. It'll play a Rick Astley video. Cool. Look at that. Look at that, folks. How cool is that? All right, let's reconnect our blue SCSI. Oh shoot, I gotta find a mouse real quick. One moment, please. Connect our blue SCSI. Where, if you were a mouse for a Mac Plus, where would you hide? Oh, right here in plain sight. Thank you. Thank you, mouse for Mac Plus. Yeah, this TV doesn't have great scaling options, so it always wants to stretch things. Let's try this again. 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why isn't our blue scuzzying? Ah, jeez. Ah, jeez. One moment, please. Let's shut it down. I don't know if this image is gonna boot properly. That's what happens when you leave your Mac sitting around. They get cranky, most likely. Yeah, that jumper's a crappy jumper. Crappy jumper. Let's go external. Oh, that's the nice thing about Blue Scuzzies is you can just pull out your SD card and put it in your other dealie. Okay. There it goes. There it goes, you guy. Hopefully this will boot the right OS. Yeah, that's a right one. This is so freaking cool. I also want to give a shout out. Oh, shoot. One moment, please. Put this in here. Oops. Oh. There we go. There's the link where you can buy this jobby. And let's see. There is the link. I think this is the person that did a lot of the video converter thing. There you go. So that's awesome. So the Guru 3 did a lot of the work for using the Pi Pico to do the conversion. I put those links in the chat. Yeah, let's look at this. Oh, we currently have a HyperCard CD installed. What operating system? I think this is 7.1. 701. Okay. And what do we have here? I forget if our Wi-Fi is actually connected in here. I might not have the proper web browser installed. Dang. Yeah, I don't think I have the right web browser installed here. But I promise you. Oh wait, here we go. Maybe it's in here. I don't remember if Netscape 2 uses too much RAM. Oh yeah, no. It didn't like that. We're not going to do that one. All right, so let's actually shut this down and mount this guy up. Oh, now it's booting. I can't stop it while it's booting. It'll get angry. Have our beloved compact Macs reached the age of back in my day? Well, of course, yeah. Ron wants me to adjust the aspect ratio. I can't. I'm sorry. This TV doesn't do that. Yeah, I think my cable might be a little wonky in that internal SCSI mod. Which is another reason that you should not use my mod and just use the thing that you can buy at Joe's Computer Museum, because it clips on top in like 30 seconds. It's super easy to install as opposed to my mess. All right, let's go back to here. And let's disconnect this for now. We can disconnect this for now. I guess it would have been a good idea to include some to wire up some plugs here, but whatever. Let's unplug this. Oops. Let's get this off of here. And so you might know that the Macintosh Plus, depending on the age of it, most of them these are held on with foam. These protective covers are held on with foam double-sided tape things, but the holes are there for using the plastic studs like you'd get in a Mac Classic or any of the other compact Macs. And so for this one, I got rid of the double-sided tape, and that's what we're dealing with. Okay, so what we got to do now is get rid of this. Oh, right. I remember that these things are held on with like pieces of zip tie. There's little pieces of plastic that are wedged between the connectors on, at least on this one there were. Some of them I think are melted, but I think this one had pieces of plastic wedged in there. So that, you can get them out, it just takes a little tweaking. There's a slightly bigger one here. There we go. This one you can definitely tell it's a piece of zip tie that you can kind of see the ridges in it. Okay, and our big iron is still on, so we are going to use the solder pult. Disconnect our battery connectors here. Oof, solder pult was full. I guess that was a lot of solder to pull once. Okay. Oh, right, I forgot I soldered a CR2032 into this guy. There's that. There's that. Okay, and all I did for there was I just soldered it onto here, which we can take this off. Very technical hot glue. That one's a little janky. Sorry folks, that one was less professional, but we are about to move up in the world. Let's take our 2032 here off because we're going to reuse that. All right, so now let's check out our gut bomb adapter. Let's get some little. This is very fancy. Look, he's got inserts here. For all of our stuff. This is very technical. I don't know if I can handle this installation. This is a little fancy for me. Okay, so that's gonna go up in there like that. Gonna need a slightly longer screws than the ones he provided. I want my money back, Gubom. Gonna have to use bigger screws. Okay, and then I don't know how well that's gonna come off. You can see he's got a plus and a minus in there. Let me grab a couple of longer 3mm. I think these are 3mm screws. They're just a skosh too short with how far the little inserts have pushed in there. I'm going to use just slightly longer ones. So, oh, M2.5. Oh, what kind of crap? Let's see. Where's my... Sorry. Looking for my holder that has my M2.5 screws in it, which I don't seem to have. Where'd you go, guy? Where did you go? We might have to come back to that one. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. Everything will be fine. I mean, let's try it. Push harder. Okay, fine. Oof, yeah, there's like one thread. It'll be enough for today till I find my M2.5 screws. Okay. All right, so that's in there. Look at that. Still got our chassis screw hole. Now, I think we're gonna mount this way. That looks good. Oh, we could zoom in a little bit here. Oh yeah. Just giving everything a test fit. I haven't used one of these yet. Oh, I dropped a screw in there. That's okay. We'll shake it out later. Don't forget that I dropped a screw in there. Yeah, actually, let's take this out. It'll be easier to put this all together if it is out. Ooh, these little screws are going everywhere. That one is slightly askew. There you go. See that? A little bit out of alignment. That's fine. It's fine. It's just probably due to the melting when the inserts are put in. Okay. I'm not going to need all three. All right. Oh, the other thing I just noticed, this and this are the same. Just make sure that you plug the right one into the right one. We're gonna take off our standoffs. Goes in there beautifully. Oops. No, that doesn't go in there. What the heck are you doing, John? Beautiful. That is sexy. All right, and then, uh-oh, now I forget which one is which, top and bottom. Oh, that might get into the way. So there are, get my face out of there. Okay, so see what happens here. This is kind of a potential issue. We've got all these, what are they, resistors? No, they're capacitors that are arrayed right there, and they get in the way of that VGA connector. Yeah, I don't know. We're not going to be able to bend those out of the way. We could put them on the other side of the board. Let's try that. Or actually, well, let's see. Let's see what happens if we just bring that one higher. Bring that one higher. Oh, that one's, no. All right, let's use the solder pult here. Okay, there goes the screw. The screw's out. Everyone can relax now. That screw's out of the way. Those are optional capacitors. Let's see what we're working with here. That one still had a little bit of the whatchamacallit goo on there from the foam. This is cool though. This is what we run into when we're beta testing things. I like being a beta tester. Yeah, it needs an extension cord. So what are these caps? .5 kilovolt watt? What the heck are these things? 2 to 3 kilovolt? I have no idea what that means. These seem like pretty intense caps. I thought they were like inrush limiters, but that is not what they are. Yeah, I would imagine this is for the high voltage bit somewhere. Although, oh, these go to the neck connector. So it's going to be somewhat high voltage. It shouldn't be that much. I think those only go up to like 50 or something. All right, let's see how we can futz with this a little bit. So the problem is, so like theoretically, we could like bend one over I wonder, I don't think we have enough room to stack all three. We could try one on the back side of the board and then put the other two on the front side, or put two on the back side. Let's see. We'll just leave them off. No, we're not just gonna leave them off. Do I have some perf board? No. Okay, so in reality, the top one seems fine. It's just the bottom two that are gonna get in the way. All right, so I think what we can do, let's try this. This is janky, my people. But I think what we're gonna do is put that bottom one there. And bend it flat up against the analog board. And then this one, we're gonna bend down. And then this one, we're also gonna bend down on top of it. I think this totally is gonna work great, right? Gut bombs were much smaller. So maybe if you have smaller caps, this would be an easier project. I like encountering weird crap during my streams. This is pretty weird. I dig it. I dig it. Nope, that missed. Okay. I'll bring that up a little higher. Okay. Hey, Eric's Edge. Oh, it's going awesome. The VGA thing works great. The issue is that there are some capacitors that kind of get in the way. So I think what I'm gonna do here for this next one, just gonna bend that down there like that. Sorry, it's not totally clear what I'm doing right here, but I'll make sure to show you in a moment. Oh, come on. Come on, you little capacitor. Give up your residual solder. You don't need that. There we go. Okay. Oh, don't fall out. I'm trying to put you in. Okay, and then I think this one we can just leave alone. We can put this one in and it'll just be fine. Just gotta get some of our more residual solder off. These are weird capacitors, man. Come on. It's like, nah, I was in there once. I don't want to go back in. Oh, and it was in, and then it fell out. How silly is this? How freaking silly is this? Oh my gosh, there's little screws flying everywhere. Oh, this is such a great stream for Ron. Showing off his thing, looking like an idiot. Okay. Okay, I think that'll work. I don't like putting this down on like that. Let's see here. So this top one should be fine. That one's bent down that way. Nope. Nope. Can we go that way with it? Can we get it high enough that it'll be okay over there? Did I just destroy that capacitor? Okay. So that works. That's clear. But I might have just destroyed that capacitor. Freaking A. Well, this one could actually, this is fun. All right, let's see what happens. Let's leave this little guy unplugged for now. Let's see what happens when we power this mess on. We'll leave that zoomed in case any fire happens. I think what I'm gonna do is power this on remotely with my IEC switch. Turn that on like that. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's on. Jack 68K says, surely nothing bad would happen with something with a 2 kilovolt resistor. Hello, Catherine's. Oh, I'm not going to say your last name because I'm going to destroy it. I'm sorry. Nikki. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello. Thank you for coming by. Cat. Hello, Cat. Thank you for stopping by. All right. So we didn't create fire. That's good. I like when we don't create fire. All right, let's put Ron's dealie back in. Let's go back to here and our dealie. That goes there like that. Oh, you know what I should do? I should do this while I'm here. Let's connect some wires for the witchamadoodle. Come on, Tech Ambrosia. Do you think it would clear if I swap the battery and the VGA. The problem with doing that is you might get close. There's a potentiometer right here. You might get close to that potentiometer if you put the VGA up there. Let me go grab one more analog board real quick. I have a parts analog board. Let me see if that one has different capacitors on it. Nope, that one has the same capacitors. That one has the same capacitors. So yeah, both of mine have the same capacitors. I was just wondering if there's a different capacitors that might go there. Be interesting to see if that's possible. Yeah, I think this is the best route for me anyway. Actually, while we're here, I'm gonna squish this one a little closer to the PCB. There we go. That's got to be fine, right? Squish that guy right onto that PCB. Let's connect our wires for our CR2032. No, that did not work right. Everything is fine. Yes, everything is fine. In the grand scheme of things, all of this is fine. Hey, Starbuck. Okay. There's one wire. Now, here's the $69 million question. Is the top or the bottom plus and minus on the where the battery goes? That I forget. I should have had it remembered. I think it was like this. I have a feeling the top is minus and the bottom is plus. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Tinning up your thing. So tinned. Much tin. Yeah, I mean, it seems like, I don't know if it was revisions, like if you take a look on this particular Plus analog board, there's no Rifa caps, but most Plus analog boards I've worked with have Rifa caps, so like all of these guys down here are Rifa caps in some revision of these, and others it's not. Refer to the pics I sent you. Did you just send me pictures? One moment, please. Did you text it? I can't text while I'm streaming because my camera is my phone. Sorry, man. Oh, I'm a professional. I'm a professional. Okay, so this side is our plus. I'm going to turn the soldering iron on. This is also really big solder. I'm just using it because it has really good flux in it. And when you're doing wires, it's nice to have some big flux. This plus is going to be here. Okay. And minus. There. Lovely. Okay. So that's going to go in there. One of these is plus, one of these is minus. I have a feeling that minus is the top. I'm going to leave this long just because. Oh, actually, I could probably look on another plus, shouldn't I? Okay, one moment, please. Ouch, Trina. 6-hour stream? I don't think so. Hello, Asmodeus. Plus is down, minus is up. Plus is down, minus is up. Now everyone can sing that as a mantra as you're working on your Mac Pluses. Oh, get back over here. Get back over here, you wire. Okay, there we go. What could go wrong? This looks perfect. This is so perfect. We are totally not going to cause fire. Let's tight. Oh, that's wrapped around there. Okay. All the Mac Pluses, where do they all come from? Yeah, why do I have so many Mac Pluses? I always feel bad for them when they're all orange and disgusting looking. I feel like I need to save them. I don't think we need any heat shrink. I mean, actually for this, we could probably put a big piece of heat shrink on the back of this guy. Wouldn't hurt anything. All right, so there we go. We're basically all installed here. Got our CR2032. Put that in there. Plus side is the big side. Look at that. Look at that. How fancy is this? Okay. That is actually hilarious, Bacchus. This thing has 2 CPUs that are faster than the original. That is a beautiful observation. All right, let's put this back on so I don't destroy myself. come on. Sometimes when it's really cold at the BigBadBench, it's hard to plug things in. My fingers, my fingies, are not working all the way here. There we go. Get in there, guy. Is that one? Is that one? Oops. This guy. That can go away. Okay. Let's try this again. Now that we're all mounted up. I'm gonna fix this wiring so this isn't so janky. I'll put a real plug on there. There's that. We need our VGA connector. Screwed in the back like we're... Look at this. This is too cool. Mac Plus locally for $7.87. Yeah, no, don't do that. I generally, if they come with a keyboard, then I will pay more, but I wouldn't pay more than $40 for a Mac Plus by itself. All right, let's try this again. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I forgot to plug in the blue SCSI. One moment, please. Back at it. 3, 2, 1. No explosions yet. No explosions yet. I forget that I'm on camera. Oof. I should go off camera. Look at you, little happy Mac booting up. This is so cool. This, even though this is Ron's creation, this Mac Plus is like my crowning achievement. Oh, this is great. I love this. So this is Eric's Mac Plus. And so now that I have this done, I can finally send it to him. Of course, I have HyperCard ready to go, and also a HyperCard, I don't know, some kind of expansion CD that I found with a lot of HyperCard junk in it. So yeah, there's that. But I thought the VGA would be cool if you ever want to live stream right from your Macintosh Plus. So this one has the Wi-Fi and everything. I'll figure out what's wonky with that internal blue SCSI, but this is ready to go. I need to leave. I'm sorry. I was hoping to have time to work on Tech Ambrosia's power supply. But we'll have to save that for another time. I was hoping this would go a little faster, but anyway, I want to thank you all for being here today. Make sure to hit the like button if you wouldn't mind. That would be swell. If you were here to check out this power supply for Tech Ambrosia, if you check the video description, I made a capacitor map for it. That'll be in there. If you look at it right now, technically it's wrong, but I will update it right after the stream or within the next 24 hours anyway. There's a capacitor that I missed that I need to add to that. But if you do need a capacitor map for an Astec AA15831, the capacitor map will be in the video description. And yeah, so I want to thank Ron for creating this thing. This is freaking awesome. I want to thank Joe from Joe's Computer Museum for selling this stuff and creating a place for the community to sell the little creations that they make. And for both of you for making it an affordable option. $39.99 for VGA out on your Mac Plus. That's super cool. 20 or whatever a Blue SCSI costs now. What is it? $47.99 or something like that. Blue SCSI's awesome. Yeah. All right. Make sure to check in with Tech Ambrosia tonight. Is probably streaming. I forget. I haven't seen what her thing is for today. I might have missed it. And then tomorrow, Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. I'll try to join and work on this PowerBook 540C that we started on stream last Thursday. And we'll be back at it next Saturday at noon for all of your janky vintage computing silliness. Ooh, Tech Ambrosia has a cheap retro PC. All right, awesome. So definitely check in with her at 6 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, thank you all. I appreciate you. Have a lovely week.